Hello. Oversized trucks, when driven by reckless drivers, have become an obsession for many people. Why do they take such risks? And what unpredictable consequences await them? The Hyundai HD78 dump truck, with a load of 15 tons, is loaded with soil and rocks, slowly climbing the steep slope. The slippery slope and large tilt angle made the car struggle even more. Suddenly, the roar of the engine gradually weakened and then stopped completely. The rear wheel spun. The car began to drift slowly downhill. Black smoke rose from the hood. A burning smell spread everywhere. The driver panicked and applied the brakes, but it was ineffective. The dump truck was like an iron and steel monster that was out of control, threatening the lives of those around it. Did you know that the Nissan Navara is one of the largest and most powerful machines in the world? Its roar when trying to overcome the dangerous steep pass with challenging turns. Suddenly, the car stopped in the middle of a steep slope. The front of the car wobbled and undulated as if it wanted to fly off the road. The driver panicked and stepped on the accelerator all the way, but the car still jerked hard, trying to hold on. Black smoke billowed out, covering the entire space, causing surrounding vehicles to panic and avoid it. The engine screamed in despair. The car wobbled. The situation became extremely tense. Oh no! Two heavy trucks with rough bodies are struggling with the slippery slope. The cable was stretched like a guitar string, squeaking. Sweat poured down on the drivers' foreheads as they tried their best to get their cars to the top of the slope. Suddenly, sprinkled with a loud sound, the cable broke. The two cars lost control, staggered and tilted forward. Two cars tilted, one skidded and lay on the side of the road. The remaining car is sinking deeply on the slope. The scene is truly heartbreaking. The heavy truck, rough body, filled with pine wood, slowly crossed the small bridge across the stream. The bridge is wooden, rotten, and the bridge surface is slippery because of recent rains. The car's front wheel suddenly fell into a mud puddle, and the car's body tilted forward. The sound of creaking wood rang out. The wooden bridge shook violently. The driver panicked and stepped on the accelerator, but to no avail. The car was like a stuck animal, unable to move. Sweat was pouring down on the driver's forehead. He was afraid that the bridge would not be able to withstand the vehicle's weight and collapse at any time. If you were in the driver's difficult situation, how would you respond? The massive dump truck, its rough body, was struggling to climb the pass. Tons of goods piled up in the back, making the vehicle even heavier. The wheels grinded against the rough road surface. The engine roared like a bloodthirsty monster. Suddenly, the roar of the engine became weaker and then stopped completely. Black smoke rose from the hood. A burning smell spread everywhere. The wheel rotates slowly, squeaking. The dump truck was like a motionless steel monster halfway up the pass, threatening to drift into the abyss at any moment. The driver was panicked, sweating profusely, not knowing what to do. The old truck, its body rough from long trips, trudged into the old forest. The wheels grinded into the wet ground, leaving deep ruts. Suddenly, the car sank into a large mud puddle. The four wheels spin wildly but cannot move. The car body tilted to the right, dust and dirt scattered. Lush trees surround it, blocking the sunlight, creating a dark and scary scene. The truck was like a steel monster stuck in the middle of the deep forest, waiting for rescue. Oh no! The passenger car sped along the dangerous mountain pass. Suddenly, a scream rang out. The car lost control and plummeted into the abyss. The 12-ton truck struggled to climb the 30-degree slope, but suddenly, the front wheel sank deep into the mud nearly 40 km thick. The 250 horsepower engine roared, trying to break away, but the wheels just spun hopelessly, mud splashing everywhere. The car slid and wobbled, trying to escape the grip of the mud, but to no avail. Even though the car was in a low gear, it only sank deeper and got stuck in the middle of the slope. The driver was sweating, knowing that the car was facing a real challenge. Would you believe it? The heavy truck, filled with pine wood, trudged across the swampy road. The mud was squishy, like porridge, clinging tightly to the wheels. The old driver, with a tanned face and extensive driving experience, still calmly controlled the steering wheel. He slowed down, gently steered, trying to find a hard place for the wheels to grip. However, the more you try, the deeper the wheel sinks. Sweat beaded on the man's forehead. He knew the situation was becoming serious. The excavator fell helplessly into a deep hole, its body tilted in a dangerous situation. Another excavator quickly approached, hooking its long fork into the stuck car frame. Every second passed, the engine groaned. The effort to pull the excavator up from the deep hole was full of difficulties. The chain was as tight as if it was about to break. The two hooks tightened their grip on each other as they tried to pull the excavator up, the chain sprocket slipping on the soft mud. Each pull made both machines vibrate, causing the surrounding soil and rocks to fall everywhere. The tense situation made everyone hold their breath, watching the dangerous rescue. Go for it! The cheers of the spectators were endless. The roar of the engines was like a monster. The two giant containers were rushing on the track. Black smoke billowed from the exhaust pipes, covering the entire sky. The two cars were like wild beasts chasing each other, the wheels rubbing against the road, creating ear-piercing screeches. The drivers' faces were tense as they tried to step on the gas pedal to go as fast as possible. Every corner, every straight was a difficult challenge. The spectators cheered. Their hearts felt like they were about to jump out of their chests. Awesome. The engine roared like a wild beast. The wheels rubbing against the road created ear-piercing screeches. Black smoke billowed from the hood, blackening the sky. Every time the container turned a corner, the body of the car tilted. The wooden trunks loaded with cargo collided with each other, creating chaotic noises. The whole road seemed to shake under the terrible power of the car. Here it was, the slope of death. The heavy truck slowly crawled down the muddy dirt road. The wheels spun, splashing mud everywhere. The more he tried, the deeper the truck sank. The cargo bed tilted, threatening to collapse at any moment. The driver was worried, sweating profusely, trying to find a way out of the mud. The Case IH Axial Flow 250 series made things easier. The race car hurtled across the rough terrain, its wheels buried in the mud. The whole thing danced like a wild animal on the steep slopes. Suddenly, the car spun out of control, somersaulting in the air and landing in the mud with a dull thud. A cloud of dust surrounded the car, creating a chaotic and dramatic scene. Unbelievable. The driver panicked and pulled the car to the side of the road, but the fire quickly engulfed the entire car. Black smoke billowed. Red fire burned, burning everything in the blink of an eye. The fire was so intense that soldiers had to work very hard to control it. When the fire was completely extinguished, only a black car frame remained. All property inside the car was burned. Nothing remained. It's pouring rain non-stop. The tanker truck was carrying 20,000 liters of gasoline and was heavy, stumbling through the flooded road. Suddenly, the front wheel sank deep into the mud, the car tilted, and the body shook violently. The rain became heavier and heavier. Water flooded into the cabin. The driver panicked and honked loudly. With each passing second, the car sank deeper and deeper. If the container is punctured, the consequences will be unpredictable. Oh, how can I pull this heavy vehicle out of the mud? The engine roared, the cables tightened, and the tanker slowly lifted out of the mud.
Oh my God!
The car was finally rescued. The above stories are a reminder to us of the importance of obeying traffic laws and its importance. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Hope you have had fun and relaxing moments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support me.